automation questions or question SDET profile question. If you are going to attend interview recently, as soon as, definitely you will find same question in interview. This is a very common question which I am sharing with you. uh, Please learn very carefully. If you have any question with that, any if you have any query in any questions in term of the explanation, in term of the answer, so please comment in comment section. One more request guys, please, if you are getting this video I'm making very helpful for you, please like, share, subscribe this channel. It will help me lot to upload lot of videos. Second, second thing, if you looking for any guidance, any support from the same profile, you can mail me sdetacademy@gmail.com. I will help out there. Let's start, guys. Question is, how will you handle drop down in Selenium? So guys, let's suppose if you have any UI, give me a moment, I will show you what the exactly question. Leave guys, I have tried to search that dummy form for automation perspective, but I'm not able to search that. So you can just imagine what I'm trying to understand. So question is the how to handle or how to write a code or script for the drop down in Selenium. This is the function we used for the drop down, and this is the predefined function. So if let's suppose if you want to select a specific one element from the drop down, if you put the value from the drop down, you will use this one, selected the value index number like 345 like that with these functions, and select by visual text. If you are able, if you, once you click on that drop down, then list will be open. Then you can select from the visible text, select by the visual text. You can use this function and it will select. So say web element test drop down equal to drive dot find element y dot id testing drop down. This is the function we have need to define, and this is the object select drop down, new select drop down. Drop down is just this is the XPath id XPath locators which we have used. It will point out particular element is what drop down element. This is the function we will use. What we want to, let's suppose select by the index. Select, if you want to select 0, so you will select like select by index. It is used for select a option based on its index beginning with 0. Drop down select by index 5. Select index, it is used to select a option based on index. If you are using select the drop down to select by index is like if you want to select third index, if you want to select fourth index, if you want to select 5 index, like that. In this the same value, same manner. Next is the select by the visible text, is like once click on the element, drop down element, list will be open, then you can select on the visible text, select by visible text. When what you will use the function drop down dot drop down, this one is the function how you will write this one, drop down dot select by visual text drop database testing. This is the text you have need to mention which it will match this value or text will be matched with the drop down text. Then while the automation it will select. Okay, this is the common question which is frequently asked by the interviewer, so be prepared. I will share a lot of question guys. Same. Second question is the weight. This is the most important question. I remember when I attended multiple same interviewer, different interviewer ask the same question. A bait, there are the in the automation we used three baits. So why we used bait? If you have a question, so why we use bait? While the script is running, if a script is stuck or script element is not found, or script is taking more time loading a page, loading a element, that time we have need to bait. Got it? There are three bait: implicit bait, explicit bait, or a fluent bait. Most of time we used only implicit or explicit bait, but sometime in the 20% ratio we use fluent also. But let's discuss first top two. Implicit bait, Implicit wait is the type of wait which instruct the web driver to wait the specific amount of time before throwing error. It's all about uh, if any element is not found, if loading time is taking loading time is more. So before stopping the script or before throwing error, before stopping the uh, script or throwing error, it will take a specific time, or it will use for whole script, or it will work for whole script, not for particular element. Implicit wait, basically, whenever you implement implicit wait in your code, it will work whole job, whole automation. Whenever you are using for a specific functionality or automation script, so it will work in a specific it will work for the specific area. Implicit wait work for the whole automation scripts. It is applied. This is the question asked by the whole script is what. For the, I'm talking about the specific functionality where your automation is working or running. It is applied globally. It is applied globally. Explicit wait is type of wait which instruct the web driver to wait until a certain condition is met or maximum time is elapsed. It is basically explicit wait is for the specific element or certain condition is met or time elapsed. Let's learn more. Implicit wait is type of wait in Selenium which instruct the web driver to wait for a certain amount of the time. Web driver to wait the certain amount of time before throwing exception. If element is not found, it is applied globally to each every element location call from the entire session. It is the implicit wait is set for 10 seconds, and web driver will wait for 10 seconds before throwing error or doing the duration. As soon as the element is found, it will return the element reference. What the packages we used: import java.util concurrent timeout. Driver.manage, this is the function we implement implicit wait in the script. Driver.manage timeout.implicit wait 10.timeout second. Remember, driver.manage timeout.implicit wait dot values like 10 comma timeout dot second. Explicit wait is the type of wait in the Selenium which instruct the web driver to wait until a certain condition is met or maximum time is elapsed. Unlike implicit wait, explicit wait are not applied globally. They are more specific and allow the web driver to wait a certain condition for a particular element before the throwing an error. It is there we use function. We have multiple cases like alert is present, element selection state to be, element be clickable, element to be selected, framework to be available and switch to it, and invisible the element locator. There are the set of conditions we implement explicit wait in a script. With this, along with this function object web driver wait new web driver comma 30 particular time wait. Next is the fluent wait. Next and third one, fluent wait in Selenium mark the maximum amount of time for Selenium web driver to wait for a certain condition web element become visible. It is specific for the element visible. It also define how frequently driver will check if the condition appear before throwing the element not visible exception. To put it simply, fluent bit look for a web element repeatedly at regular intervals until timeout happen or until object is found. There will be only two cases: if timeout happen or until object is found. Fluent bait command are most useful when interacting fluent command are most useful when interacting the web element that can longer duration to load. Fluent bait is most important thing in the fluent bait It interact with the web element that can take longer duration to load. This is something that often occur in Ajax applications. This is something that occur in the Ajax applications. There are the we've used the functions bait equal to new fluent bait WebDriver references and dot bit timeout with this particular segment polling every timeout second and ignoring exception class, like that. Bav element for bav, this is the name which we have given. You can according to fluent or whatever you can provide. Web element until new function WebDriver element, and public web element apply WebDriver and return driver dot find element y id. This one, this is nothing, this is the locator which is we have provided, and this one is the object which we have. This is the element name which we have want to apply fluent bait. Web element, like you want to any click to web element click bait dot until, then you will use the function properly in that manner. Got it? Hopefully you are understand my point. Let's learn second next question. Guys, I'm just requesting again, if you are liking my videos, if you are getting something interacting and or interesting, please like, share, subscribe this channel. I will upload a lot of video on the same. Next question is the what is hard and soft assertions. Guys, I'm damn sure you aware what is assertion. Assertion is just like a like negative test cases. If you are clicking randomly, if you are doing anything else different from the positive test cases, that is called the assertions. But there have a two difference. There are the two type, hard assertion or soft assertion. Let's learn. Hard assertion, throw an exception immediately when assert statement fail, halting the execution of the test script. Throw the exception immediately when assert statement fail. Once assert statement fail, then throw the exception immediately, halting execution of the test script. मतलब that means कि script is fail, execution should be stop and throw the exception at same time and stop, right? A soft assertion does not throw exception immediately when a assert fail, allow that script continue execution. I will explain later. You know, multiple jobs run on the Jenkins, so that time we most of the 99% we use soft assertion. Why we use soft assertion? Let's suppose your job is failed for particular element. A element is not founding while the running script, so your job will not fail. Your job will be run till the end. What we are using in this job? Soft assertion. Soft assertion will not fail immediately when assertion fail or any step fail in the script, allowing that it is allowing the test script to continue the execution. So once you will run your script daily basis, then you will understand this is what the exactly concept. Learn the next question. Next is, this is a very important question, guys. Why are we using WebDriver? New Chrome driver, why we cannot writing remote driver, new remote Chrome driver? Question is, if you want to launch your driver, so we implement WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver and driver equal to you and provide the URL, right? This is the way implement, we launch the driver, we launch the Chrome driver, right? But question is, why we are not using Chrome remote driver? If anyone asks to you, to how you will answer? Let's learn. WebDriver versus remote driver. Abstraction and flexibility. WebDriver is a interface that defines a set of methods for interacting web browser. By coding to the WebDriver interface, you ensure that your code is more flexible and can work with any browser driver that implement this interface, Chrome driver or Firefox etc. Got it my point? Come the remote driver. Remote driver is the class that implement the WebDriver interface, implement WebDriver interface and used to executing test on remote machine. While you can use remote driver directly, it is generally better to use interface to keep your code more abstract and flexible. Got it? This is the main definition, guys. Please note down in your notepad. What is the first of all you can say WebDriver is the abstract, remote driver is the flexibility. WebDriver is a interface, remote driver is a class. वेब ड्राइवर्स दैट डिफाइन द सेट ऑफ मेथड फॉर इंटरेक्टिंग. एक्चुअल में क्या है, वेब ड्राइवर के पास सेट ऑफ मेथड्स हैं इंटरेक्टिंग विद द ब्राउजर्स बाय कोडिंग to the web driver interface. It can interact with the all kind of browsers driver that implement this interface. But in this used to interface is used for executing the tests on remote machine. It is used to executing the tests that's on remote machine. While you can use remote driver directly, it is generally better to use interface to keep your code more abstract and flexible. Then come to the code reliability and maintenance. Using driver equal to no Chrome driver make your code more readable and easier to maintain. In the web driver, your this one function method sorry object more readable and easier to maintain. It clearly indicates that you are working with the web driver. It is clearly mentioned you are working with the web driver without trying to code your specific implementation, without trying to implement specific code, without trying to write a specific implementation. If you use remote driver equal to no Chrome driver, you are exposing the implementation detail. You are exposing the implementation detail, which you can make your code less readable and harder to implement maintenance, less reader and harder to maintaining. Best practices, follow best practice in order to best practices following best practice in object oriented programming. It is recommended to code interface in the web driver, Chrome web driver. This means you should use most general type interface that meet your needs. In this case, web driver is the interface and Chrome driver is the specific implementation. Okay, hopefully you are getting my point. Please, I will suggest please write in your note down so that whenever you before the interview you can learn. Next question is explain the different automation in the TestNG. Annotation in TestNG. So there are set of annotations. I'm just taken 4 5 6 annotations: before shoot, after shoot, before test, after test, before class, after class, like that. So if you have a questions why we are using annotations, guys, annotation we are easy to maintain script. It is easy. We can we can, if you, let's suppose you have a 200 line of script. If you want to run script first driver, then second first let's suppose fourth test cases, then third one test cases, then like that, in that manner. With the help of annotation you can do in a proper manner. If you have multiple classes, if you have multiple functions, with the help of this annotation you can perform you can run your script properly. It is easy to maintain your script with the help of annotation. Annotation is the most important key in a Selenium. Okay, let's learn. Already I have uploaded the same video on the same topic. Please find that and learn more on the same. This one is the medium question. Define the priority and severity of the bug. What is severity? Severity is to define the extent to which particular defect can create simple. What is the exactly impact on application? That is defined by the severity. Severity is the parameter to denote the implementation, the impact of the defect of on the functionality of the software. Higher effect of the work on system functionality will lead to a higher severity level. A QA engineer determines the severity level of work. Type of severity: critical, major, medium, low. What is the definition? This severity level implies that a process has been completely shut off and no further action can be taken. Measure this significant flaw that causes the system to fail, however certain part of the system remain functional. This flaw result is unfavorable behavior but system remain functioning. Medium. Low, this type of flaw won't cause major breakdown in the system. Won't causes any major breakdown in system. Like low, like any UI issue, any some kind of if you are putting, you are entering on the field, you are not able to enter any kind of validation, or not validating, your value is not validating, so such kind of issue under the low. Medium is like any specific functionality is not working but left of the application working fine. Major is like your block flow, if main flow of the application not working. Main, let's suppose bank application, you are not able to transaction, this is the two main, but you can consider you are not able to add money in your wallet, this is also major. Critical is like you are not able to access application, like that. Learn. Next question, guys, if you have any question, please comment in comment section. If you are loving my content, please like and share, subscribe this channel. And next question is, what is priority? Priorities define the parameter that decide the order in which a defect should be fixed. Priorities indicating what the order in which a defect should be fixed. Defect having a higher priority should be fixed first. Defect, bug that leave the software unstable and unusable are given higher priority over the defect that causes small functionality of the software to fail. It refers to how quickly the defect should be rectified. Type of prioritize. Prioritized software testing can be divided into three types: low, medium, high. But I just want to suggest, guys, in Jira you will see multiple priorities there, and they will you will see combination of priority and severity uh, terms or keys in a one drop down, so don't confuse with that. But two terms, severity and priority, are the both different terms, and they have different categories. But in a Bugzilla, in a Jira, Jin, in ADU board have a separate options, severity and priority, but Jira, Bugzilla have only one option. You have need to define what the exactly priority you want to put. Low is the defect is irritant, but the repair can be done once more serious defect can be fixed. Medium, the defect should be resolved during the normal course of the development, that it can wait until a new version is created. High, the defect must be resolved as soon as possible as it affects the system severely and cannot be used until it fixed. Okay, that is about. Defect must be resolved as soon as possible, it affect the system severely. Okay, next question is the how to maximize the screen in Selenium. This is very important question as well as common question. Common question, guys. uh to maximize the screen in Selenium, you can use the following methods: 1 2 3 4 5. Use driver manage dot window dot maximize to maximize the browser. Driver manage driver dot driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Simple. Driver, first we launching the driver, you can learn like that. First we are launching the driver, then we are managing the driver, then window, then maximizing the window. That's simple the function. Driver manage window full screen, this is also full screen. And driver manage window set size, you can set the window size, browser size also. Driver manage window Set position, you can set the position of the browser. Simple guys, I also learned the same time, so you can learn simply guys. In this function you can learn easily. First of all, what we are doing, we are interacting with the driver, we are managing the driver, we are then making that driver in a window, then window window then setting the position, set the position of that window, we are set size, we are set full screen, we are set the maximize. Okay, next is the basic question, what is difference between test plan and test testing question. What is this is basically from the manual interviews or QA profile. Test plan has the primary goal of the how to test, when test, and how will verify where test strategy has the primary goal. Sorry, this one. Whereas test strategy has the primary goal of what technique to follow and which module to check. Test plan can be changed, whereas test strategy cannot be changed. Test plan is carried out by test manager, whereas test strategy is carried out by the project manager. Yes, test strategy is like how we will perform whole SDLC process for a any backlog, that is about the test strategy. But test plan, we basically for the user story, how we will test a functionality or new feature of application. That's it. This is the main language. You can learn like primary goal, the how to test, when test, who will verify the, like that. Test is the primary goal to technique to follow and which module to check. Test plan is changed, test plan can be changed, but whereas test strategy cannot be changed. Test plan is carried out by the test manager, but test strategy carried out by the project manager. Next question is very basic question, define the bug life cycle Jira. Guys, I am the that kind of guy, starting of the phase I'm just explaining the very little complex question. Now I'm very taking very common question, which is I'm expecting you aware, fully aware. Define the bug life cycle. You, let's suppose you engineer create a new bug, assign open state or ready to dev state, fix, retesting, fixed by the developers and retesting by the QA team. If that is fixed, then we will close, otherwise not, we will reopen and verified again, re-verified, re-verified, then closed. In that manner we work. And the Jira, ADO board, Bugzilla in all. Next is the right scenario outline in a Cucumber. Cucumber like is the simple English Jenkins language, simple English gen simple English generic language, where we use three terms: given, when, then. In the given, we provide the URLs, when actions, then expected outcomes, like that. And we write proper English test cases in the Cucumber. Basically in the term of the automation perspective, it is not currently a lot of organization using Cucumber. They are following this outline, and I don't have such correct data. They are providing expected or same result like Selenium, but Selenium is the top automation tool which we are using since long. Even we are expecting for long time also, in future also. So it is also a new trained technology which which the most of organization is using. Let's go in the last questions. This one is the common question, is the what is difference between the quit and close. Quit is the for specific window. Let's go. Main difference between quit and close method is the Selenium is their impact on the browser instance. Quit is used to close the entire browser. Quit function is used to close the entire browser, terminate the browser session, while close is used to close the current browser window or tab while keeping WebDriver session is active. Close is used for the specific active session or specific active sessions, but quit is used for entire browser entire browser and terminate the web browser session and terminate the web driver session, and quit terminate the web driver sessions. Simple. Quit is used for the entire browser. Quit is used for the entire browser and terminate the web driver session. And close is used to close is used for the current browser or tab, while keep the web browser session active. Where web browser is active where web browser is active web browser session active. That's it. This is very common question, but sometimes a lot of inter candidate is confused about the functions. So please, I'm sure you are good to go with this question, guys. If you are getting any question, most important question or any helpful content here, so please like, share, subscribe this channel. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Please watch more and more videos I will upload. And if you have any kind of help, so please reach out me stetacademy@gmail.com. If any kind of help, any kind of suggestion, any kind of advice regarding the automation, so I will try to help. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe this channel.